Hello, I'm Dr. Chris Swalton. Now in this video I'm following the theme from my last 3 videos, which have been about mind over matter. The ability that we have in our mind to influence and change physical things. Now this is fascinating stuff, and the experiment I want to highlight to you today is actually about flipping a coin and our ability to influence the outcome of that coin flip with our mind. Let's get into it. If you like the video, click the like button, leave a little comment and consider subscribing. Thank you. Okay, so let's say you're flipping coins and you do that 100 times. What would you get? Chance tells us there's only 2 options and you do it 100 times. So the most likely outcome for that is 50 heads and 50 tails. That's the most likely outcome, isn't it? But let's say you start flipping coins, and every time you're flipping the coin, you're thinking heads, 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 heads. Every time you flip the coin, you're trying to influence it to get heads rather than tails. And let's say when you do that and you're using your mind and your intention, you get 55 heads and 45 tails. Scientists would look at that and say, hey, there's an effect there. Something is happening because you're intending that to happen, and it's happening beyond chance of 50-50. Now in the sciences, we have something called electronic coin flippers, if you like, which are actually called random number generators. And these are computers that at total random, just like flicking a coin, they produce either a 0 or a 1, the same as a head or a tails, right? They're just computers that randomly produce numbers, either a 0 or 1, 0 or 1, 0 or 1. And again, the same sort of thing, if you can try and influence that with your mind, then you'll see more 1s or more 0s than chance the 50-50. There have been hundreds of experiments where regular people like you and me, no specific psychic abilities or long-term meditators or any of that stuff, can actually influence the outcome of those 0s or 1s by having focused intention to do so. One of the main pioneers and researchers in this area of mind over matter is a man called Dr. Dean Radin from the Institute of Noetic Sciences. And Dr. Radin's an exceptionally well qualified and experienced scientist that's been looking at this for decades. Now, he did a meta-analysis of 490 studies, so looked at the results of 490 studies where people were trying to influence the 1s and 0s. And his statistical analysis of these 490 studies showed when we focus our intention to produce more 1s, we produce more 1s. When we focus our intention to produce more 0s, we produce more 0s. And the odds of that being chance are 50,000 to 1. So that's a very striking effect. So again, this is another one of those studies where it shows us the power of our mind, the power of focused intention that every human being has. So perhaps, that doesn't really mean anything to us. Okay, it's 0s and 1s. But these are just examples, along with my 3 other videos on mind over matter, of the mind affecting matter and the evidence that it's a real thing. And once we start thinking about that, maybe we can apply that to our lives, to actually things that make meaning to us, have got more meaning than just 1s and 0s and heads and tails, but actually trying to focus our intention so that, hey, who knows, we can make more money, we can have a better career, we can have better relationships, we can be healthier. We can affect that physical system. After all, we've got an electrical system, we are electrical beings, and we can focus our intention and change what's happening in the body so that maybe we have better health, or maybe we can focus it out in the grander world so we can influence positive things in our lives. The only real limit there is our belief systems and our imagination and our ability to give it a go, to open our mind and say, hey, who knows, let's give it a go. Let's use this focused intention in our mind for what we want to create and achieve in our lives and see what happens with nothing to lose. But certainly the scientific evidence shows us that our mind can change and influence physical systems. And I think this is really powerful.